I was born in 1918, and my father built our home at that time at 32nd and Collins. That's where the Saxony Hotel is today. Well, Miami had no luxury retail whatsoever, but Lincoln Road did. They called it the Fifth Avenue of the South. They had these New York merchants, and that's exactly what motivated me. I was educated into what luxury retailers were capable of doing. What they required was tourists.
You know, there was a whole bunch of hotels here in Bal Harbour at the time, and he knew that hotels were the key to high-end retail.
It was a gamble. You know, he was counting on the fact that this would grow as a resort area and that the wealth that accompanies certain kinds of resorts would come here and be sustained. And as we have seen, it certainly has.
Bal Harbour Shops is nothing but Lincoln Road North. Everything that you see here came from Lincoln Road. The idea, that is.
And Stanley, from the very beginning, wanted Fifth Avenue shopping in Miami Beach. And he was determined that he was going to realize that. And it was very difficult at first.
Today, aerial color photographs are commonplace. But back in the 1950s and 60s, they were not. And I got gorgeous shots of the Fontainebleau area, you know, and I'd show these to these New York retailers. Well, they couldn't believe that such a place existed.
The objective of any retail developer, frankly, is to figure out where his market is, what the market wants, and then go out and get it. And so that's what my grandfather did in 1965.
Incredible to see how they've been able to bring all these brands and put them into what is probably the highest quality shopping mall in the United States.
They did something different. They did something out of the box, and in the process, maybe broke some rules that were normally followed.
You don't put trees in the parking lot. It breaks up the asphalt. It takes up parking spaces. It's hard to sweep and clean the thing. Nobody had planted trees in the center mall of a shopping center. My God, it's going to block the visibility of the stores. And when I did that, the merchants came in and said, "What are these goddamn trees doing?" And they came in, and several of them tried to cut the trees down. They really did.
From day one, it was heavily landscaped.
And ponds and fish, and made it a warm, attractive environment.
And charged for parking. So if I had had free parking, there would be no parking for my customers.
We don't really select our stores based upon what we like and what our wives like. It's a knowledge of the market that's paramount.
I think what Stanley has brought to Miami is really a class of retail that really is second to none in the United States.
The Brickell City Center, that's all going to be in Matthew's hands.
With a long-term view, we think the Brickell City Center will be every bit as successful as Bal Harbour Shops.
I think they're going to corner the market in, the downtown area.
I think it's a fantastic location. That area of town is unbelievable.
When your business partner is your uncle and your grandfather, it's just a whole different dynamic. So there is a lot of love and there's a lot of pride, and sometimes that manifests itself positively and sometimes it doesn't.
Matthew is kind of like I was, but on steroids. So.
There's a compatibility there that we see will last for a long time.
This is a family-owned business, and they enjoy what they do.
They're a very unique family, and we've been privileged and honored, I think, to have them be part of our community.
Stanley has always understood that the customer is first and foremost. And the quality of that experience, the quality of the shopping experience, the eating experience, every part of being in Bal Harbour is the legacy.
Building Bal Harbour was a great vision. He is a visionary. But I think with that, he realized came a lot of responsibility to the community. So he gives back a lot, very quietly. I have never known him to put his name on anything, to make sure people know he's doing something.
They've always been invested in the community and always very willing to give back in any way that they can. We dedicated the Franco Center for Learning Resources, and that's a media center, and the library is the Stanley and Dottie Whitman Library.
They're just an amazing, amazing family.
I cannot think of any better reason for having lifetime achievement when you have been successful for over 3 decades.
It is quite appropriate for the Whitman family to be receiving this award in the great tradition of the ULI.
There's no one more deserving, in my view, than the Whitman family. And it's been our privilege, really, to welcome them into our development as a partner.
What's most important to us is family. So the history of the buildings and the assets and the things that people did, I think it informs some of the real estate decisions that we make. But my grandfather's greatest legacy probably will end up being the love that he had for his family. That was more important to him than anything in the world.